Hi everyone, just me, Martine from Martini Mornings on MoodFoodRadio.com. We have a fabulous show today of Muso's Jam because Daniel Turner has just released a new album. It was out today and he's going to join us to talk about all of the fabulous things that he has been doing in the last couple of months. Maybe even it was more than that we last spoke with him, but he has got some brilliant music videos that he wants to share with us. So please stick around. We're going to be on IGTV now, Australian Eastern Standard Time, live 7 o'clock. And then we'll be popping over for a Facebook Live to join all of our other fans out there. So we can't wait to have you aboard. Now, I'm going to get Daniel. When he is ready, I can see he's in our green room to come aboard and come into our Mood Food Radio station here and have a chat with us about this fabulous new album of his. Oh my goodness, there you are in the flesh. And I must say to people that we were supposed to be in the flesh tonight, but unfortunately,
Thank you once again, COVID.
I know, and if I can jump to this, I want to talk to you about your tour that possibly is now impacted because of this. So lots of things to talk about, but how are you today, Daniel, on the release day of this fabulous new album?
I'm good. I'm feeling very positive. I've had so much positive feedback. Like, I'm really blown away.
Yeah, I've seen you going off in socials, and obviously everyone is looking forward to hearing more about it. So this has been a special journey for you.
It has. It's been 2 years in the making. So like you know yourself, like there's been a lot of times over that last 2 years where it was like, is it ever going to happen?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And so many backwards and forwards of what's going to be the first single and what's the best representation. And I think
absolutely.
I think the best way to have done it was to definitely do Back to Me as the first single for the album.
Mm. Now, you released that last Sunday, so it's been a week. How has that week been for you? Because, you know, 1 minute you're packing up your bags to go on tour, and the next minute, with, you know, critical acclaim of your of the single and looking forward to the release of today, and then all of a sudden, lockdown sort of, you know, jumps on your back again. I mean, we had this conversation only a year ago.
I know. The whole Amy experience got postponed due to COVID too. So it kind of feels deja vu.
Deja vu. Oh, yeah. I can hear you. So last week was the release of the first single of this new album, and that's called Back to Me. Now, I mean, I can dig amongst that and wonder what that's about. Give us some insight.
It started off as a very different story to what it became for the time of release.
Intriguing.
Like it was written as a middle finger to someone, but it kind of was more now when I sit and I look at it and listen to it, and then with the video also, I feel that it's more a middle finger to the inner voice inside me that was doubting so much.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you know for yourself, like last year I did so much Amy stuff. I kind of lost myself a little bit.
Yes, yeah. And so this Back to Me is a literal back to me.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that is the first single and that's the title of the album, because I feel this album, I'm back to who I was pre-2020 COVID Amy. I'm focusing more on the Turner side of my life now.
I love that. I mean, we did love Amy, I must say.
I missed Amy.
And of course, everyone wants to know, when is Amy coming back?
She will be back.
Is there any thoughts? She'll be back.
She will be back. Like, I'm just really enjoying having a beard at the moment, so I'm like, I don't want to shave it off.
Look, wait, why? Why? Now, if I can just point our audience to this fabulous film clip too, Back to Me. It was released a couple of days ago now, and is available on YouTube. It's a stunning piece of work. It fits what you're saying. I mean, that sort of lost in the beginning, trying to find yourself and find out with other people around you. The actors in it are just sublime, if I must say myself. Goodness me. And then the joyousness, is that a word, comes through as you start the realization. I mean, the acting in it is incredible and just tells that story.
Can't you tell I'm going for Logies next? I'm joking.
Well, I must say I have seen the commercial that is taken from this for a tea as well. So maybe you are in it for a Grammy, Logie, Oscar, I might say.
Look out, you never know. You never know.
Look out, you never know.
Look out, home and away.
Yes, exactly. Don't spill too many beans here. Now, tell us about making this film clip.
It was really like, it was one of those days that was very, everything just fell together. There was no, like, we didn't go into it with so much of a plan. Like, we had our idea of what we wanted, but we just kind of went into it with, just let the mood and the emotions tell the story itself. And I think that Darren captured that amazingly.
Now, this is Darren of Australian Action Productions.
Action Productions Australia,
Action Productions Australia. Yes, I've got to get those in the right way. With Darren J. Burns. He was the director, videographer. He did post-production as well. I mean, absolute kudos to him. He captured it in such a unique way. And he's actually done a number of your videos now. This isn't your first sort of run around with Darren.
No, this was our number 9.
Number 9? Oh my goodness. Wow, that's a fabulous relationship to have with so many artists coming together. So where can we have a look at some of these other video clips?
There's some on YouTube. On Darren's page, he has most of them on his, because I sort of separated myself from the Daniel Turner to Turner about 4 years ago now. So I don't really have any of the Daniel Turner stuff on my new YouTube page.
Yes, yes.
But you can check out all the older stuff on Darren's page. It's all there on Action Productions Australia.
And there's the tea there, actually, that then forms part of an advert, I think, for Chemist Warehouse. Is that correct?
And the Raw Essential Teas, yes. And
Raw Essential Teas, as well as money going to the Roche Foundation as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So you killed a few birds with one stone there, and using the actors, using the concept, as well as using Darren J. Burns, because the commercial that you then made out of that, Back to Me, was talking about a weight loss journey that you have been on, as well as this. I kind of feel that there's been a metaphysical journey with you over the past year, and we're now seeing that in this new album release.
Definitely. I feel the last 12 months especially, I've just had a massive rebirth. I don't even feel like the same human that I did 12 months ago.
Wow. So how can I ask, what kind of work have you been on? I mean, obviously a journey, but for those out there who are saying, look, you know, I too need to metamorphose. I need to break free of the cocoon and fly. What kind of things have you been up to? I mean, it's been lockdown. What have you been doing?
Not a lot, really, but no, I think I started to love myself more, really, because there were so many years there that I really just didn't love myself, and I think well, I don't think I know. That's been the biggest journey, is
Yeah.
discovering my inner self and
Mm.
letting myself know that I am good enough.
Mm.
Like that's
You know, and I think that is the appeal to this new album, which I have, you know, obviously heard all day long today, had it on in the background while I was vacuuming, doing all the bits and pieces. But, you know, that's what I've heard is that self-love coming through, but realizing that you've got to fill the glass up for yourself so that
exactly.
you can give to other people.
Yeah, definitely. And
Mm.
I think that once you learn to let go of other people's thoughts of you,
Mm.
you're unstoppable. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah. It's a tough thing to do. Tough thing to do, isn't it?
Definitely
So,
not
and
easy. Like,
and yes, yeah. And this is an ongoing journey for you, of course, I would assume.
it
Yeah.
definitely is.
Now, I'm playing a few oldies, good oldies but goodies in the background here. This was March On.
Yeah.
Was this last year?
That was 2019 that was released.
Wow. So we just miss years, don't we?
Especially last year, like that year was just a complete blur.
Complete blur. March On. This was a fabulous, I mean, the film clip's fabulous as well, but it really hit the charts and was one of your big songs here. And you've spoken about Amy. You've put her back in the closet, if I can say. And I bet it's a fabulous closet with all of those clothes and
She has a
wigs
bigger
and,
closet than me, I think.
oh, then all of us put together. I mean, she was just rocking it, rocking it, rocking it. But what I want to ask you is that I know that you get asked about Amy all the time, and we want to talk about you as Turner now. But how much of being Amy and having Amy so much part of your life? I mean, you did a couple of series of talk shows as Amy. How did that influence your sort of new narrative, your new journey in life? Was she part of that?
100%. I think being somebody else for a moment really made me appreciate who I was underneath it all.
Ah, isn't
It was
that
sort of
interesting? Yeah.
being in someone else's shoes, because I obviously don't wear heels in real life, but being
No.
in somebody else's shoes really made me open my eyes to my own, if that makes
Mm.
sense.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, it makes sense because it's a very, I mean, it's a very personal journey, and also, I mean, you were crossing a lot of interesting boundaries there as well. I mean, when you say stepping into someone's shoes, I mean, this was someone very famous, revered. Oftentimes, you know, well, she led a very challenging life herself. And then you as a man, bringing the embodiment of Amy into our worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah, and some of her struggles were incredible, but people loved that she was such a fighting spirit, and that fighting spirit still endures. And almost with you is that you've put her away for a while, but you know that fighting spirit that we saw with Amy is still very much with you, if I can say that, in your new work.
definitely. Like, I think there'll always be a piece of Amy, the real Amy Winehouse, and then my drag persona of Amy. There'll always be a piece of
Yeah.
her somewhere in
Yes.
anything that I do.
Yeah. Now, some really interesting people have knocked on the door today, and I don't want to embarrass you, but I've been looking at social media, and there's been a few celebs out there who have been saying, you know, congratulations in their own way. And I know that you're aware of them because it's all public. I'm not, you know,
Yeah.
getting these, but you have some. If I can get onto my little computer here. You've got some really interesting people who've done some incredible background.
Hi, Turner. I just wanted to say congratulations.
Who's this guy?
Matt Christie, he's on Plenty Valley FM, and he's interviewed me and Amy a few times, and he's just a cool guy. Like, I was so humbled by all these video messages this morning. They make me really emotional. But
I know. How fabulous is he? And he obviously supports, you know, talent that is Australian, as well as, you know, crosses all of those boundaries and genres, because sometimes with artists like yourself, it's really hard to put you into a box, isn't it? And I have also been doing a bit of stalking on your socials, and see that you have been, you know, playing around with some jazz as well. I mean, the Frank Sinatra covers that you've been doing have been outstanding. So, yeah, tell me this sort of dipping your toes into, and that there was some country as well, that I guess, didn't expect from Turner. So tell me about that.
Homegrown Superstars really made me open my mind and branch out to do a lot of different genres of music, because each week there's a different theme. And I mean, jazz, first and foremost, I was brought up with jazz music. Frank Sinatra has always blasted in my house.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to do deep down inside. It's never been something I've ever really expressed. I think personally, in conversation with you, I have.
Yes.
I've always wanted to do a jazz album. Like, it's always just been something I've wanted to do. So
look, if I can say on behalf of all of us, please do. That would be fabulous.
So I think dipping my toe into the couple of jazz covers that I've done and uploaded, I think I'm ready to, after I finish with Back to Me Chapter 1, I think as a good little break between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, I think there could possibly be a jazz album EP in the mix.
I love it. I love it. Oh, if we could get to some, you know, cool jazzy place, that would be fabulous, wouldn't it? Now tell me, who are these fabulous, fabulous humans here?
Alison and Mateo. Alison was a 4th place runner-up on American Idol.
Absolutely. I mean, how fabulous are they? And they gave you such a rap, which was just fabulous. So tell me, how does she come into your life?
I actually interviewed her on the conversation show that I did with Amy. That I kind of just never, I gave up on it because there was so much going on, as you know, with trolls, and
yes,
it's just not worth my guests' mental health, really. But
yeah,
they've just been, and they've become really good friends, like even across the pond. Like they're amazing human beings. They also do a talk show on a Tuesday morning called No BS Tuesdays.
Love that.
Get on and chat with fans and have people come on randomly live, and it's really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. What gorgeous people. And I love that these amazing performers, whether they're in the US or Australia, UK, whatever, are actually supporting one another. Because you mentioned trolls there, and that became quite problematic for you, as it does with so many. I mean, we hear about this all the time, and that was you know, very much a negative. But I'm feeling from you though that you kind of evolved out of that. That although that was quite harrowing to manage. And especially quite heartbreaking when some of the trolls were revealed as to, you know, who they actually were. It was really disappointing stuff. But,
it really was.
You know, heartbreaking. But Daniel, I feel from you, though, that you didn't give up.
Oh, no, definitely not.
You then packaged it in another fabulous way to move on.
Definitely. I mean, they might have bent me for a little while.
They're
never going to break me. Like,
sure.
It might get me down for a little while there, but I always bounce back. Like, I just write music. That's just my way of saying, you can say what you want. It's not going to stop what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, because you are quite a star in reality TV world, and especially that was then pushed through with Amy and the Conversations talk show that you had. You then have picked up some fabulous support and no doubt friends. And if I can show another fabulous person who's given you a rap today on the new album, tell me about this fabulous, fabulous bird.
Jenna. Janet is the founder. Janet is the founder of Raw Essentials Tea and one of the stars of reality TV show, The Melbourne Housewives.
Yes, yes. I mean, that's where we all know her. When I thought, why is she? What's happening? What's going on? And of course, we've got to understand you guys all run in the same circles here because, yeah, if only Amy could be a housewife of Melbourne.
I know. I did apply, actually. I did apply for that when I was looking for the new season of Housewives. I actually applied as Turner because my whole pitch to the producers was, why not have the very first gay real housewife in the whole franchise?
That's it. That's it.
Right.
That's the look. To be honest, though, Turner, you're probably giving them production gold here. That's going to be on.
Next thing you know, I'll see some other queen on there. You know.
Now, yeah, that's right. Now we've seen Back to Me, which was fabulous. One of my favourites is P.S. I Love You, and I asked you about it before, and you allowed me to have a sneak peek of the film clip that's going to be released soon. When can we expect this?
I'm releasing it on the 3rd of August. It's my dearly departed pop's birthday on the 3rd of August, and I was like, he raised me and took me on as his own, the same as I have done with Miss Poppy, and I just thought it was a nice tribute to both of them.
Yeah. Tell me, who is this P.S. I Love You? Who is the P.S.?
Poppy Shine, my little miss. That's mine.
Your little miss, of course. Can I play the folks here a snippet of what they can expect in a couple of weeks' time when you release the film clip?
By all means, please do.
Because I'm just in love. I'm just in love. This is the most adorable. I mean, just adorable in every way, this little chicken. And how old is she now?
She turned 1 2 weeks ago.
Oh, the time just goes so fast.
Oh,
so tell me, what impact did she have on your life?
I personally think she was probably the biggest. I've always said that, like, you know, she's the reason that I want to inspire people, because I want her to have someone to look up to and be inspired by also in life.
Yes.
And I think that showing your child that you're chasing your dreams gives them the permission to go out there and chase theirs. And I think that every child deserves to hear that.
That's so fabulous. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I can't imagine what it would be like to be only one and have a song. It's not just named after her. I mean, it's dedicated to her. You know, every line, every word is homage to this gorgeous girl that you obviously adore, and as you say, has been part of this journey for you for the past year to get to this stage of releasing chapter 1 of the new album as Turner.
Yeah, she definitely has. She's definitely inspired me to be a better person.
I love this. I love this. Very best. And I know that this will go fabulous, like everything that you seem to touch just goes wonderful. And I'm so pleased that you have given us such a story about where you've where you've been in the last year, because it is an amazing story said through art and music and songwriting and singing. So look, let's pray that we can get out there soon and
I know, I
see,
really can't wait. I've been getting a lot of
see you at a
questions
gig.
that I know, I've been getting so many questions about when can we come and see you on stage, and it's like, it's completely out of anyone's hands right now.
Well, I know that you were supposed to be, was it on Friday this weekend? I mean, you were supposed to be gigging it up before the release of the, you know, it's amazing that, you know, it hit and COVID hit. So look, as all of you fabulous artists and musicians out there, you're back to the drawing board again. So yeah,
We're back to our old way. I miss doing this so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, now you're on the tour, and I know that you've had quite a few radio interviews as well. So, you know, what you can't get out there and jam out on stage, you're certainly making up time to, you know, tell your story and share it with so many across Australia and, you know, across the pond, as you say. That's just fabulous. Yeah. Well, Daniel, thank you so much. Will you join me over at Facebook?
I'm there, Jackie O.
That would be fantastic, because there are two very different audiences on IGTV where we are now, and then over at Facebook, and that they would like to also hear your story, the development of you know, the last year. Where is Amy? Where can we find her? They're always
hiding in the cupboard in front of me, actually.
Yeah.
I just want to say quickly too, a big thank you to Keiki and to Maddie for their congratulations.
Yes, yes, yes. I actually can't read anything, but
I'm struggling.
Need to get glasses, yes. But thank you everyone for your support and for joining in today. And we'll join you all back on Facebook Live at, should we say 8 p.m. or now? What's our timing?
We can do 8 p.m. if you like. It's 7:30 now, so half an hour touch-up break.
I love it. Excellent. Okay, my lovely. Well, we'll see you very shortly on Facebook. But again, congratulations from MoodFood Radio, Martini Mornings and IGTV.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. You honestly, I say it to you all the time, but like I'm saying it to you, and I will say it again when I see you face to face and I can actually hug you and give you a big kiss. But
that's right.
Thank you so much for everything that you've been doing over the last few months. Like, honestly, I don't think I could ever thank you enough.
Oh, you're very sweet, my love, but you deserve it. So we will catch you very soon.
We will.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.